I realized like I cannot live this way anymore, and I'm certainly going to die. After, I probably couldn't even count on both hands the amount of times that I overdosed. It just got to the point where like this is just too much to handle, and I really had to do some deep searching inside of myself and say, okay, like this is either gonna kill me or make me. Well, we'll start where it began. You know, I was adopted from birth into a loving home, and yeah, I had a very good childhood. My parents always did the best they could to provide for me in the best way that they could. I would say there was no problems with my childhood at all. I had a great upbringing, but I feel like that there was something that was disconnected from being adopted that ultimately, once I got to my teen years, led to where I ended up inevitably. I feel like it all started when you know, just getting introduced to people that were older at school that sold drugs, used drugs. By the time I was in grade 10, I was already starting to mess around with ecstasy. Like, I started selling ecstasy. It was a very quick progression from that to things like cocaine and ketamine, mushrooms, stuff like that. Anything to like experiment and to escape reality. And the progression got only worse from there. By the time I was 19, I got addicted to Oxycontin. And that was really the nail in the coffin for the downhill trajectory that followed. And from there, it was in and out of treatment centers, in and out of jails, not quite knowing how to get out of this perpetual turmoil and existence that I'd been getting myself into. It's been a long battle with the opiates particularly. It's had a major effect on the people around me that I love and that are close to me. I know I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my mom and dad never losing faith in who they knew I could be, and for that I'm forever thankful. I couldn't have gotten to where I am now if they had have given up on me. I don't think I ever would have made it out, and I think they knew that, and that's why they kept pursuing me. Finally, I think I was 31. Something inside of me said, okay, there was so much more that could be done and that I could be doing, and something inside of me was stirred to the point where I realized like I cannot live this way anymore, and I'm certainly going to die. After, I probably couldn't even count on both hands the amount of times that I overdosed. It just got to the point where like this is just too much to handle, and I really had to do some deep searching inside of myself and say, okay, like this is either gonna kill me or make me, right? And so that's when I just decided to look into getting into treatment center and really trying to pursue this in the best way, taking every aspect into consideration, because this last time was the time that I really had to pull through, because I'd already been through how many treatments? It was 4.
People have wasted, can't seem to find that something new.
I'm now 2.5 years sober of all substances. I know it sounds so stupid and cliche, but it's so true, because I heard it said by other people. It's like, you know, if I can do it, you can do it. And like, there's so many people that are like, were so hard off, and like they just completely rechange their life. And if you can try to find inside yourself that little spark of hope to to know that you can do it, that you really can escape it, and you really can create new pathways, and you can be successful, and you can do the right things. And then that's really what the inspiration for this whole song and everything is all about. Is you know, it's kind of that basic premise. If I can do it, you can do it. There's hope. There's a community of people around, if you seek them out, that will bend over backwards for you to help you get to where you want to be, that have gone through the exact same things. And that's a comforting feeling, knowing there's other people that are willing to help, that you're not alone. If you're watching this and you feel like this story is relatable, if you or your family member are struggling with addiction or mental health, just know that change is possible, recovery is possible. There's still hope for a brighter future.